What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor and Lorraine. Welcome back to another week of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news for the first half of the episode, and in the second half of the episode we talk about all the weirdest news stories from around the world. That's about 40 minutes in. I am joined as always by my best pal, Mr. Shaun. Me and Shaun, how's it going?
Not long for this world, Conor, I'll be honest.
Shaun is not well this week. He is a bit ill. Now, something to cheer you up, Shaun, is the fact that, I don't know if you've heard, but you're kind of speaking to a bit of a success at the moment.
We're kind of a big deal, folks.
So, if anyone doesn't know, we were nominated in the Irish Podcast Awards last week for the first time ever for TV and Film Podcast.
Which is insane that people actually listen to this.
We're as shocked as anyone. I just thought my mother was the only one, and she doesn't really tune in.
No, she dislikes all the episodes, actually. I've asked her to stop.
What's Sarah on Spotify? What a bitch. But so thank you very much for everyone who nominated us for that. It's absolutely amazing just to kind of be in the shortlist. And as I've said multiple times, Shaun, that when we lose... Yeah. Sorry. Now I should speak like a winner. When we win... we'll obviously be very gracious, but when we lose, we will be filthy, raging.
Yeah, well, if we lose, I'm kicking someone in the head, first of all. But the second of all, if we win, I'll be worse. I will lose the run of myself.
Think of him now. Imagine how much worse he can get. Some say there's not much room to move there. I say there's always room.
No, I'm going to start sending people out for bullshit. Like, I want all the yellow M&Ms.
So that is just a piece of good news that we got during last week. So that's just really cool. And if you're new here, you don't have to do anything. Just chill out. Don't worry about it. But if it's your second episode or above, we'd really appreciate 5 stars, a like, a follow, a share, all that stuff that helps the algorithm. Not quite sure, but the 5 stars on Spotify seem to be really helping us out, and on iTunes as well.
I mean, we're Irish Podcast Award nominated, folks. We're a pretty good show.
I think you're going to put that on your CV.
I'm going to put that on my fucking tombstone. Which, as we've discussed, is rapidly approaching.
Yes. So Shaun is sick, but simultaneously he's unkillable. It's a very weird dynamic that he currently has.
I've got nothing to lose at the minute.
He does, actually. He's a lost cause.
He's a man on the edge.
So we also have a Patreon. If you want to head on over there, we do extra movie reviews and TV show reviews and just a load of extra bonus content for the VIP listeners. If you ever want to hang on over there, just to support the show, it keeps the lights on, it makes us be able to do this for free.
Yeah. Genuinely, like, it pays for the hosting, and it means we don't have to put ads on the shows, which suck. So,
and that's how you get to nominee of Irish Podcast. No ads, Shaun, somehow. No ads.
That's how you get to future winner of the Irish Podcast.
Future winner. And 100% going to lose.
Oh, no. Guaranteed.
Not even going to place.
No, not even on the list to get in.
7th is a place out of 7, I think.
Oh, we finished 10th somehow. Oh.
How did that happen? But yeah, it's time to get into to the movie section of the show. Shaun, if you're here for weird news, there's a timestamp down below that Shaun will remember, and he will click on it, and we cover all the weirdest news stories from around the world. But
did you listen to the jingle last week, by the way?
I didn't listen last week. Why? What the fuck? Did you do another thing where you kept playing jingles?
Had some fun with it. It was great.
He has one bit and he does it into the ground.
Everyone loves it.
Play the jingle.
It actually did play.
Great. Imagine that, but 37 minutes from now. That's weird news.
Don't make me laugh, I'll die.
Well, that won't be
That's not a concern, believe me.
That'll be the only one. So Shaun, we're starting off this week we have our first official synopsis of Kevin Feige's newest, biggest thing, the Fantastic Four movie that is meant to be coming out next year.
Fantastic Four First Steps, I believe it's called.
Fantastic Four First Steps, yes. So the first official synopsis has come out. So this is through Disney's own website, and it goes as follows, Sean. Set against the vibrant backdrop of a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic world, the Fantastic Four First Steps introduces Marvel's first family. Blah, blah, blah. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, Ben Grimm, The Tick.
Did you say blah, 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 and then read out what you were blah, blah, blah?
No, there was another bit before that.
Fuck it.
And I just wanted to get to the characters. As they face their most daunting challenge yet, forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond.
Love that.
They must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus.
Outstanding. And
his enigmatic herald, the Silver Surfer.
Great. Also good.
Yeah.
So, I've seen some response to this online being like, Galactus is too big to do at the start. Galactus is in like issue 6 of the Fantastic Four or something like that.
If anyone doesn't know who Galactus is, so they might have a vague idea of the Fantastic Four, maybe from the 2000s films a lot of the time. Galactus was in those movies, but he came as a fog. Now, Galactus isn't a fog in the comic books. He's normally a man in little tight shorts. And so that is true.
He was Galen from Universe 6, who was then reborn into Universe 7 as Galactus.
He's got little tiny booty shorts.
The tiniest, shortest purple shorts you can imagine.
Just think of Paul Mescal. Shorter than that.
Tight arse on him, I will say.
But it was the 60s. That was frowned upon back then.
They were doing aerobics and shit.
And cocaine. Aerobics and cocaine.
Cocaine will tighten you up all right.
So, Galactus, if anyone doesn't know, he's a earth-eating god, basically. Kind of half-god.
Yeah, he exists to kind of keep the balance of the amount of living shit in the universe in check.
He devours planets.
Yeah, and for a while in the comics he sustained... The Surfer only gave him planets with no life on them. Eventually they ran out of those.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Silver Surfer, played in this movie, by the way, by Julia Garner. So she'll be playing the Silver Surfer, and the whole idea is Silver Surfer's planet was eaten, and then the Silver Surfer is basically brought in as a slave to be like, go find a planet for me to eat, I'm getting the nibbles.
Yeah, so originally the thing was that the Surfer's planet wasn't eaten in exchange for the Surfer's service.
Ah, yes, my apologies. Yeah,
not at all. I think it ends up getting eaten. I think it does.
Of course. Galactus, not normally sound. He's a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah. But I like... It is the... It sets a scale for a Fantastic Four story, is what Galactus does.
True.
It's like, this is the shit they're about.
So they're introducing the family and then also simultaneously introducing the fact that there's a guy who can devour planets. Now, the issue with this is, as you mentioned, is it's very big, right? So it's kind of like... meant to kind of be an origin movie, an introduction, but they're also fighting a planet-devouring villain. So the issue with that is, once they defeat Galactus, it's very hard to do a sequel.
See, Connor, I think you're incorrect here. I don't think they're defeating Galactus.
I think he eats the planet and they move to the main Marvel.
Yep. I think that's what's going on. And
right.
And then... Or maybe it has something to do with incursions, you know? Like they're ready to go fight Galactus, but an incursion happens. And then they end up in our universe. Yeah, so
this movie will be set like away from Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, all those people. It's a multiverse. I mentioned last week how much I hate that word, but it's basically set in the 60s of an alternate universe. And I suppose the idea is, their planet gets devoured, and then last minute Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, is like, quick, jump in here. We're all going to a different spot.
Just cares about his family. That's it. I imagine there'll be some tension between Reed Richards and Julia Garner's Silver Surfer in this, and that could create a bit of strife. But then at the end, it's like, I'm all about family. I'm a family man. Also, I've been rewatching the Back to the Futures, and my God, that's how you do a movie about changing timelines and different worlds and parallel worlds and all this kind of stuff. I just want that book, Fantastic Four.
I don't think we'll get that. I think they're in too deep to do that. I think, like, Feige is, as we mentioned before, Feige has his little room over to the side, covered in cigarette smoke, cannot see anything. There's a whiteboard there.
he's ashing a cig just in the air. He's not even hitting an ashtray anymore.
He's just there's a whiteboard there, and he's so stressed when none of this works anymore. It used to be so easy, and now he's completely overthinking everything.
I saw a thing about, like, they just need Fantastic Four and weirdly Blade to work. And then that would be Marvel basically back on track. Because those are your two big sellers now. Because the Avengers, no one gives a shit about anymore. So you need, like, your tentpole character just off on his own, doing his own thing. That could be Blade. And then you have the group,
my
which
follow-up to that is, your tentpole movie can't be a movie that's never going to come out. I feel like that's a poor strategy.
That's true. No, it's still coming out, Connor. It's delayed.
It's delayed.
It's delayed.
It's delayed until, I don't know, maybe whatever. Just name a date.
Just wait till the reboot and just do it then. It's fine.
Think of a time in the future. It's probably not going to come out then.
I'm Fantastic Four. It's removed enough from everything else that I don't feel too burdened by having to watch it. Does that make sense? Like, Captain America New World Order?
Yeah.
That's one where I'm like, right, I'm kind of clocking in to watch this.
Thunderbolts is kind of in between. I think Thunderbolts looks a little fun.
Thunderbolts does look fun. It's also got the Sentry, which...
Yeah, you love the Sentry. You do love the Sentry. And you do love Taskmaster, who definitely will be alive throughout the whole thing.
It's weird how Taskmaster's in that one scene and then no other scenes in the trailer, isn't it?
No other scenes! She's just not around. That's the thing. She just doesn't pop up again. She's probably busy fighting people.
What a fucking terrible suit design, by the way, for Taskmaster. They just... By
the way, this is how you know, right? This is how... I know Shaun so well. The most that irks him is that he loves Taskmaster, the character, and the TV show, and he loves the Sentry, right? But they fucked up Taskmaster first, and he was not happy about that.
No.
And he also loves Kraven the Hunter, and Sony are doing that movie, and he's also not happy about it.
This is how it felt to be you for the first few years of this show, because all the DC stuff was not great, and Marvel was just knocking it out of the park.
You were like, this is easy.
Yeah. God, it's so easy to like things.
And I was like, why are they doing Joker? Why do they have to do Joker?
Why is Batman shooting lads?
Yeah, why is Batman shooting people? But now we've got Pattinson, so all is well. But speaking of Pattinson, Sean, Christopher Nolan, this is our weekly update for his next movie.
I knew this would be a recurring segment.
It's a recurring segment of the show. Now, if you've been keeping up for the last few weeks, Christopher Nolan, he did Oppenheimer. Sean might not be alive to see the movie, but he did Oppenheimer, and that won a few Oscars. Pretty good.
A couple.
Yeah, it was a couple. And so he's now moving on to his next project. But the thing that he's figured out is that he's just going to assemble superstar teams, all-star teams, whenever he's doing a movie. So for this specific movie, so far we know that we have Matt Damon, Lupita Nyong'o, Anne Hathaway. Right? Then he got Timothy Holland. Yeah. And then Tom was like, oh, actually, my girlfriend's way bigger than me, and you could probably use her as well. So Zendaya was brought on board. And so then, now this week, we're like, who's he pulling
Who's
out?
left to pick?
Who's he pulling out? Robert Pattinson has joined the cast of Christopher Nolan's next movie.
I mean, if I wasn't already sold. Like, I think Robert Pattinson might be my favourite actor.
Oh, that's pretty good. He's really good, isn't he?
He's really good. He'll take a risk. I'm fucking stoked for Mickey 17. I haven't watched any trailer of that because I'm just like, I want to go into this.
Didn't that get delayed again?
Yeah, I think so. But it got a teaser that I haven't watched.
Okay. And I think the Batman is...
26?
26, I think. That got delayed, as well. So they're going to be doing that. But I mean, yeah, Pattinson, he's killing it lately. He just chooses weird shit because he's a weirdo, and I like that.
He doesn't have to do anything anymore. He can finish up.
He just gets Twilight money for the rest of his life. It's Daniel Radcliffe all over again.
It's just Daniel Radcliffe just picking weird passion projects that he has a fucking passing interest in.
Actually, there's a very good scenario. So last week we were giving out to Chris Evans, right? And because we were like, Chris Evans, why are you doing Raid 1? Like with that movie with The Rock, or like any of those movies, they're just weird, and but like not weird in a fun way, like just CGI slop that's for Netflix.
Yeah.
But, Evans, I know you are set with the Marvel money. That's cool. But, like, do something fucking weird. Do some weird indie movie.
Do another Sunshine. Do another Snowpiercer.
Yeah, why not? Who gives a shit? Like, I would follow Pattinson and Radcliffe where you're just like, look, I'm set for life regardless, so let's just do movies that are kind of fun.
I wonder, is that a UK-US thing? That, like, maybe there's some deal with agents and stuff that you have to do a certain amount of these and then you get to pick movies. Maybe
it is. I'm not quite sure. But
Chris Evans is a fucking good actor.
Yeah, he's really good. That's what, we're not saying it because we're being mean to him. We're like, Chris, you're class. Just
in the
do
same way,
cool.
We expect more of Tom Holland, you know?
Just, see, Tom, we have the same issue with, because Tom, we're like, Tom, we know you have that in you. Don't do Uncharted 2 for the love of God.
Yeah, please, no. Let Mark do it on his own, it's fine.
Yeah, Mark will do slop all day, lad. He loves that. He wakes up at 3 a.m. and goes to sleep at 1 a.m. or something. I don't know what
his Instagrams are fucking insane. Also, just on slop, did you see the set photos for the live action Moana?
Interesting, Shaun, because that is our next piece of news that we're going to be covering here. Well done. So, Moana. We know that it's coming out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't Moana already come out? And you are correct. That movie does exist.
I have other Moana scoop as well, by the way.
Yeah, where are you coming with these scoops? What do you know, The Rock or something?
I'll explain. Continue with your story.
So, Moana comes out, right? Everyone loves Moana. It's a good movie. The Rock is riding high. This is at his peak. He's killing it at the time of Moana coming out. And then what happened was, maybe 2 years ago, they decided that not only are they going to start remaking other movies from the 90s, then they started going, well, we can just remake a movie from 3 years ago. Like, just make it live action. That's the same. We'll just remake it and make double the money.
Storyboard's already done. I'm so mad about the How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon did have a trailer this week that we're not going to cover because it's a shot-for-shot remake of the first one that they just kind of stole those poor animators' work.
Let animation be animation and let it shine for what it is.
They just like drained it of all of its colour.
It just looks like a fucking insurance ad that would play at the Super Bowl.
It looks like a fan YouTube one. Movie.
Oh, which we'll get onto with another story that's coming.
Oh, that's true. But Moana, Dwayne Johnson's live action character appears in set photos. This is our first behind the scenes look of Rocky on Moana doing the live action because he's coming back.
That's got to be a muscle suit that he's wearing, right?
He is wearing a muscle suit, yes.
Because it looks terrible. And the wig looks terrible.
If you don't know, he's wearing a massive muscle suit. And I know what you're thinking, The Rock probably doesn't need as much, but he's playing an animated character that they put ungodly muscles onto.
Yeah.
So they have to create a suit.
Think about Maui, though. He was, like, that's what a regular strong dude looks like.
Yeah, you could just play The Rock. It's fine.
But it's not glamour muscles. It's like... No, he's got a load of weight around his belly because he's got, like, core strength out the fucking arse. Because he's a god.
I like how you're doing the stats of an animated character.
I mean, what are we fucking doing?
What's his arm reach? What's he good? What's his weight? He's a welterweight. He's killing it there.
Could he fight Tyson? Who knows?
I don't know. But, so, like, it's very interesting with this because, as you said, like, The Rock doesn't probably need that muscle suit. He's The Rock. Just be you bring around like $1 million gym with you everywhere you go. Just be The Rock. You're shitting in bottles.
Yeah.
Why do you need to put on that suit?
Like if The Rock knows one thing, it's how to. I was going to say it's how to build muscle. It's how to take steroids, effectively.
Okay, we can't say that.
What? Oh, sorry. You're suddenly bigger at 60 than you were at 30. Is that what's happening? Does that just happen?
That's natural, man. Wahlberg has the same thing.
Boiled chicken, rice.
Chicken and rice and broccoli and a big bunch of steroids.
Look, and I'm sure they don't call them steroids.
No, it's probably called something real fancy, but like, at the end of the day, that's just... Yeah. I mean, you are 60, no, you're like 53, like, come on now.
Like, they all do it. They all do it.
Yeah, this isn't even an attack on him personally. It's just that's just the way it is.
So it's in Hollywood, like, it's not a competitive sport. Like, you have to look a certain way. That's what it is.
Yeah, but what we're saying is, Rock, you don't need to put on this suit. You are pretty big.
You're pretty big dude. Just do that.
Yeah,
do that.
Are you looking forward to Moana?
No, not at all. Also, apparently Moana 2, they were making a Moana TV series. Yeah. And then they recalculated and took like a bunch of the episodes and smashed them together, and now they're furiously animating a bunch of extra scenes to make it into a movie. Oh,
that's really good. That's
how you
Bob
know it's
Iger.
Quality.
Bob Iger's running at full capacity, and you know he is with that kind of work.
That's the kind of like, hey, the algorithm said we'd make slightly more money if we do it this way.
But you know what? See, there's one half of me, right? Because when we were growing up, Shaun, animated shows, there was a Pokemon video that I got that they pretended was a movie, but it was just 3 episodes slammed together back to back to back.
True.
Right? And I remember that, and I remember thinking this is the coolest thing ever. Simultaneously, with the Power Rangers, I always rented out like a triple... it was 3 episodes back to back. You get to 90 minutes, everybody's laughing.
That's your attention span as a child.
Or maybe it was an hour, because like 20 minutes each. But I mean, I think doing it in a movie form, that was straight to video. They were not cinematic releases.
See, my example is the Star Wars, the Clone Wars. That was a movie first, and then they took the movie and split that up into the first 4 episodes of the TV series. That's the way to do it. I don't think you can do a theatrical release out of 4 things smashed together. No,
because then is there like 4? Is there 4 learning?
There's 4 arcs happening there
simultaneously.
Whereas with Clone Wars, it's just like, oh, I'm going to watch the next episode and see where this goes.
Yeah, everything about Moana, I think. It's so interesting because it has a lot of charm, the first one. Loads of charm, lots of work going for it. As I said, The Rock was pretty well loved at that point. So, like, and I'm not saying he's not loved now. I'm just saying the shine has maybe been taken off a little bit of old Rocky. But at this stage, he was kind of flying high. It's very interesting that they've taken something that was so, like, just universal. Like, oh, that was fun. And it seems... what's the word I'm looking for?
Insidious?
It's a good one, yeah. It just seems icky.
Yeah. It just feels like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here, boys?
Do you think so little of me that I don't want anything other than what's came before?
Can't we just do a different movie that's maybe good? I
think everything went downhill for me when The Rock announced the death of Osama bin Laden.
That was John Cena.
No, it was The Rock, man.
When?
Yeah, well, Rock, 13 years ago. I'm pulling it up. Just got word that will shock the world, land of the free, ... home of the brave. And then this is all caps, damn proud to be an American.
I like that was the moment. You were like,
May 2nd, 2011.
That was the day you decided that you hated The Rock.
I was just like, he shouldn't be the one to tell the world this.
I mean, I don't think he was. I think he just learned and then he tweeted it.
It was 3:24 a.m.
Yeah, so that's your time.
Yeah, but what time... this is a grim one. What time was Bin Laden killed?
3:27. He knew beforehand.
He knew before it happened. He made the call.
He was there.
You can do whatever you want. I'm going to keep reading this Wikipedia
This seems
article
ridiculous,
on the killing of
Shaun. Why are we
Osama bin
looking
Laden.
up when Osama bin Laden was killed?
This is what Weird News is like, by the way. For
We're
anyone that
nominated
doesn't
for an
listen.
award.
Yeah, because of our journalistic integrity.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. 3:24am. What are you hiding, Rock?
Apparently, he was killed shortly before 1am.
Right, so then 2 hours had passed, and
That was
Rock.
that was Pakistan time.
Fucking hell! So now we have to work out when that was in comparison to American time.
Well, geez, if only there was some kind of collective well of knowledge that we could
I
reference.
feel like this is a stupid use of our time, though, Shaun.
Pakistan time to Dublin time converter.
Not
All right?
Dublin to America.
No, because we can reference it from... Because the Rock tweet is in my time zone.
Okay, right, okay.
You know? You with me?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
with you, yeah.
So 3:24am, Dublin, Ireland. Oh, well, this only goes in half-hour increments, so we'll do 3:30.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
It's about 8:30am Pakistan time,
Okay, fine, great.
which is, like we say with robbing a bank, do it in the morning so everyone gets a day off.
What have we learned? Nobody's learned anything. We're all worse for having that whole segment.
What? Genuinely, I thought I nailed it there.
I really thought. If we don't win, it's because of that segment.
No, they can't. No, they can't take submissions after.
No, they're not going to take the nomination off us. I'm saying we're not probably going to win the award because of that.
No, they can't reference any of this because this came after the nomination.
That's not how this works.
That is how every award show works. You can't
is
make
it?
a
So,
movie after the Oscar. You
So
can't
we're going
re-edit
off
a
what we
film
previously.
for
That's
Best
even
Picture.
worse.
What?
I was hoping we'd pick it up.
No, we're going downhill. We've peaked.
We're just smoking cigars. You'll get your own fucking news, you bastards.
I'm on so much pain medication, I'll be honest.
So we're moving on. Shaun, did you watch the Minecraft movie trailer this week?
I did, because you texted me and told me to watch it for the show.
And that's exactly, I was pretending like I hadn't. Shaun,
Sorry,
the Minecraft
we'll do that again.
movie's second trailer has come out, and I have one question and one question only.
Yeah.
Is it better than the first one, which was terrible?
It's I mean, I don't like that it exists, but it's a better trailer than the first one, for sure.
Certainly a better trailer, yeah.
But I will say, and I want to double down on this, children deserve more. And this whole thing looks like an SNL sketch.
Not one child can tell me when Osama bin Laden was killed or when The Rock tweeted about it, and I think that means culture is failing.
I want, like, a Austin 316 shirt, but it's Rock 327.
327, proud to be an American.
Proud to be an American. It's written on the
back. So if anyone hasn't seen the trailer, if you've seen the first one, you know kind of what we're talking about. They're doing a Minecraft movie due to the fact that Minecraft is popular. That's the extent of it.
Is it as popular as it was 10 years ago?
No, but like Hollywood is always going to be like 5 years behind. But Jack Black is in it, and he plays a guy who used to be, he's obsessed with the mines when he's young, and then when he's older he goes
they reference a meme in that
the children yearn for the mines, and then he goes back into the mine and he digs, and then he finds the Minecraft world, and everything is a block, and then Jason Momoa is there,
and I can't stress enough, the entire thing looks like shit. It looks like the worst trained AI model tried to make a Minecraft game.
It is. I actually didn't think they could make CGI that bad.
No, it's horrendous. They're like the lighting and shadow levels of the actors aren't matched to the world at all. Saturation is entirely
and the thing
fucked.
is, right, it's a kids' movie, so it's not for us. But simultaneously, I do stand with Shaun when he says kids deserve more, because, like, unless your child, and look, some of your children probably are, but unless your child is an idiot, then they might enjoy this. But I would say some children aren't idiots, and they might not want to watch this.
I watched Paddington 3 in the cinemas. That's a movie for kids.
You mean 2? 3 hasn't come out.
Paddington in Peru has come out. I know because I've seen it in the
Sorry,
cinemas.
my apologies. Go on.
What a weird thing to call me on.
Rocky 327.
So it's made for kids. It's a kids movie. But my God, is it high quality. They don't treat the audience like idiots who just want to look at things that they already know about.
Now, is it nostalgia glasses for us to say that, when we were young, things weren't bad? Now, I'm sure there was some terrible, terrible shows back then and movies back then.
100% there was.
I'm trying to think, I still think there was some sort of, I don't know, life to it, work put into it.
There was attempts visible across a lot of media. Even those we talked about last week, but those Tomb Raider movies. There's something there. It's not good.
The Pokemon movie was my favourite movie when I was 8. And I would say that movie is great. And people worked on it very hard to make it look good. Roger
Ebert watched that because he had to. Because internet reviews weren't a thing. And look, okay, here's a couple of things. Within this trailer, they have elytras, the flying wings. Now, you only get those in Minecraft from beating the Ender Dragon, which will be the end of the game. So I don't know if Jack Black has done that on his own. Given that he's a man who only has one Ender Pearl, seems fairly unlikely, because how are you climbing those towers, man?
Yeah.
And you'd fight Endermen in the end. So, what do we...
Do you have any plans this weekend? Just that you're hanging out with?
No, I'm deathly sick.
And also, nobody asked.
Just saying. If you want to appeal to people that know Minecraft, maybe,
you guys are talking to each other guys, this is ridiculous. Everyone else, I love the idea that everyone else is looking at this and is like, geez, this looks shit, and you're like, that's ridiculous, this does look shit, but only because he should not have those items.
He shouldn't
the world.
Someone out there is on my side. Someone listening to this is on my side right now.
Yeah. And they normally are, because for some reason they always take your side.
Intensely likeable, that's true.
Shaun, question. How many more years before a Roblox movie?
I genuinely, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, hope I'm not alive to see it.
I'm going to do a tweet when you go. Proud to be an American. Just heard some news.
Just heard some news that will shock the Heroes for Hire fans.
The world. Conor 324. They finally got him.
It's definitely on the cards.
If this does well, that's locked in.
Yeah. I don't know if this is doing well though. I think this is going to be a Borderlands.
Okay, how much do you think it cost? I don't have the facts. Let's just guess. How much do you think it cost to make? Probably $150 million or something.
150 to 200 million, yeah, just on cast alone.
Okay, and then
amount of effects, not quality of effects.
I think it'll make 300, maybe 400 million. I think people will go.
I think this is making 90 million at the box office.
That's harsh. That is harsh.
I think it's because I think anyone who wants to watch this is not going to the cinema to watch it. They are streaming they are pirating the shit out of this.
Good point. Do you take the kids to see it, or do you wait till it comes out on some sort of streaming device and then made them watch it at home?
If your kid grew up liking Minecraft, they're now at the age where this movie is cringe. If your kid grew up liking Minecraft, they are now 15.
Yeah.
And that's you're not going to the Minecraft movie for that.
Yeah. Also, we were there last week. We were hanging out with the group of friends that we have. Okay.
Indeed.
And one of them said that he went to the cinema last week and it was 70 quid for him and his partner.
Fucking insane. For two people to go to the cinema.
For two people. It's €20 for a ticket and another 16 for food each.
And you know what? I walked past that cinema on the way to the car And verified the prices. That's what it costs.
And I was like, imagine having kids. Go out to Minecraft. You're already 140 in the hole before you do anything.
It's insane. And when you've got high quality things such as Moana 2 coming out,
obviously
you're
going to
streaming, you'd be grand.
Yeah, that blew my fucking mind. Shaun, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this is some sad news about Disney and a little known franchise otherwise known as Star Wars, in which the Star Wars film that was previously scheduled for December 18, 2026, based on Rey, is no longer in the slate. They have taken it out.
Right. Has Daisy Ridley been paid at all? Because she deserves to be. So this is obviously Daisy Ridley signed on to have a Rey movie. They were going to all come out. It was 2026. It was locked in. It then had Stephen Knight, the screenwriter, leave the project. First of all, it had Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson depart the project earlier on. Then they brought in Stephen Knight, and then he left 2 months ago. And now we have found out that it's no longer even in the slate, that Daisy is now stuck in limbo, Mahershala Ali style. Not a great feeling, I would say. I think we talked about this in that, some of this stuff might have gone on behind the scenes back in the 80s and 90s, but now it has to be announced at D23 as soon as any project is in development. And then when it's cancelled, that's another news story. So,
did you know guess what it was replaced by? You'll never get. I will give you $1 million if you guess.
In terms of, is it a Star Wars project?
No.
It's okay, so it's another Disney project.
Yes.
Replacing a Christmas Disney slot.
Yes. There's no hope.
Is it a
I'm not giving any more tips.
What?
No more hints.
You give me
no more hints.
Is it animated?
Yes.
Is it an Inside Out spin-off?
No, it is Ice Age 6.
I thought the studio that made Ice Age is fucking gone.
Bought out by Disney.
Oh, these cunts.
Yeah.
They gave Scrat the acorn.
Ice Age 6 coming out to replace Star Wars. We're living in a weird timeline.
Ice Age 6.
Ice Age 6, yeah, it's coming out. And in that scheduled slot of December 18th.
So there has been a spin-off, which is Ice Age: The Adventures of Buck Wild. And then Ice Age 6 comes after that. Haven't
been keeping up with the Ice Age extended universe, have to be honest with you.
Do you want the latest reviews, latest critic feedback of the Ice Age extended universe?
I can only assume it's probably 5 stars.
The film received generally negative reviews from critics who felt it had a lack of focus on the titular character and criticised the recasting of voice actors, animation quality, the absence of Scrat, and lack of involvement from Blue Sky Studios. So
just everything.
I think it's primed for a 6th entry in the series.
Other than how it looks and how it sounds and how the story
and how
is
produced and how it's made.
And how it's produced and made, and it looks fucking great. And I'll be honest with you, it's 5 stars. If you take all that stuff out, it's killing it.
It's it's tough to replace a Star Wars with that.
Do we see Daisy Ridley? Last week they were all fucking absolutely, completely in love with the woman, being like, she's in every project, we want Rey in every project, we want to get her off the ground. So maybe they get rid of her movie, and they also then announced that they were doing Star Wars 10, 11, 12. Maybe they're like, right, we'll pull the Rey movie, but you get to be in Star Wars 10.
Maybe. But I assumed the Rey movie was going to be Star Wars 10. I know we talked about it. I don't know. I know we talked about this, but why wasn't that it from the start? She's the one character you have left.
Because shut up. That's why. Because they were just making it up week by week.
Oh fuck! It's a bad week to have Star Wars news because I'm getting animated.
The whole thing just seems really weird. Like, stop announcing shit.
Yeah, just lads, just take a minute and decide what you want to fucking do.
Like, if you had a friend in your friend group who just kept coming in and was like, I'm going to win an Oscar next week, or I'm actually dating a supermodel, or like anything, or like, oh, I've won $1 million, I won the lotto next week, and then you're like, what happened? Oh, no, sorry, just decided against it. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
you'd be
stop announcing good news.
Nobody's forcing you to tell us this news. Just chill out. Just wait till something is confirmed and like ready to go, and then announce it.
But like but it is just, it's announcing and then cancelling after, you know, end of year quarters come up and when things are decided on that.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing here.
Shaun, I think we're going to finish off the movie news section of the show with James Gunn, who has confirmed that the DCU is on the cusp of greenlighting multiple R-rated projects for its universe.
All the Robins fucking each other.
Fucking hell.
It's alright, it could happen.
Rob Orgy. Here we go.
Very good.
Right. So look, James Gunn came out during the week and he's talking about like what kind of films they're doing, and he's like, I'm not going to limit the movies to certain ratings, saying we're not about that. We're not about see how it does. We've got one opportunity to take these characters and really press forward and do what we believe with them.
Okay, so we're getting Lobo.
Yeah, he's going fully. Mo is locked in for Lobo, I'm pretty sure.
Excellent. Yeah, because that's the one that has to be R-rated. I don't think any, like, of the mainline heroes, or even villains, who knows, I think maybe any future Suicide Squad, a Lobo movie, those two would have to be R-rated just on the nature of them. But I don't think
it was, wasn't it? Suicide Squad.
Their Suicide Squad was R-rated. Yeah, it was.
I think so, yeah.
They have that massacre scene in the campground. That cannot be PG-13.
Yeah.
But then the likes of your Supermans, even Batman doesn't have to be R-rated, and I kind of prefer when he isn't.
So, like, yeah, what they talk about here, and this is probably the best way to answer that question. It's the most political, but it's also the best. It's just like, we'll do a movie if it's R-rated, if the movie works R-rated, and if it actually needs just PG or PG-13 or G, he says, I don't care. Whatever is worthy of the story, that's what we're going to do.
They're not setting out to write a script being like, this is going to be R-rated. So we'll write the script and whatever works for the story.
It's worse if you're like, we're going to make, I don't know, Starman edgy.
Yeah. Which, go back and listen to Starman if anyone hasn't heard that here for Zero.
Cool character, but also you'd have to go out of your way to make him edgy.
Yeah. But that's a perfect example. That's the kind of character that I could see James Gunn picking up Starman and being like, hey, we're doing a whole thing on this.
And you do a PG-13. So, like, a Superman movie definitely does not need to be R-rated.
No, there is no reason for that. Unless you want to do an Injustice or something like that.
Yeah, but you're never going to do Injustice straight away.
No, not out of the gate.
So, like, yeah, I think Superman is absolutely fine with PG-13. Just, like, enough. But then, I do like an idea of a Batman movie that is R-rated if you want it. But Matt Reeves' Batman isn't R-rated. I think that's PG-13, that movie.
I think so, like, yeah. And it's the best Batman movie.
The best. It's the best movie. So, like, I mean, and anyone who says it's not, I mean, fair play, but just, come on.
Must be fun being wrong.
You don't have your opinions.
Some opinions are wrong. You know?
He can't be everywhere all at once. The sky, it just strikes fear into them. It's just, it's a whole thing.
It's not calling the Batman, it's a warning to criminals. You see,
he's not vengeance anymore.
Good.
The little girl holding his hand.
Can anyone on the Patreon recommend the Batman so that we can just watch it again?
9 more times. So, I mean, also, James Gunn not including that Batman in his universe is the stupidest decision he's made so far. And every other I don't think he's put a foot wrong, other than the fact that he was like, oh, we have our own Batman coming up. That's different.
Yeah, but again, I still give him credit on that, because that's like, Matt's going to do what Matt's going to do. I'm not going to force him to to tie everything together.
I suppose, yeah. No, I completely think this is the best way to go forward. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Cool, but at least write a movie that works with the character itself. I mean, that's the best way. Then you make good movies, I think.
Yeah, and looking across at the other company, Deadpool should be probably R-rated, just on nature. Blade, I feel, warrants an R rating.
I think so,
a lot of the time. But then, Daredevil is an interesting one, because you can go either way with that character. Now,
you know what? That's why comic books are fun, because depending on who's writing the comic book, you get a different rating. The comic books aren't really rated PG-13 or but it's specific stories or specific writers or specific Elseworlds stories. You can get more violent or less violent depending on whatever's happening.
What was it? Batman Black was designed specifically to be the Black imprint was we're just going to go balls to the wall hardcore on this. Yeah,
and you know what? That's not the one that people all wanted. People like Detective Batman probably more so than anything.
Yeah, but the people that wanted the other side could then just access. But
also the storyline, who I always talk about, is when Batman or Bruce Wayne dies and Dick Grayson becomes Batman, and him and his Robin is Damian Wayne. They face Professor Pig. And Pig's whole thing is he stitches faces onto children and traumatises them to the point, and then they become his slaves, right? Or to humans. You see him go to people's houses and kidnap them and then stitch fucking shit into their faces. It's awful. Horrific. And then you have but it works because in the story Damien is 11 and he's this is really fucked up, and he's pretended it doesn't bother him, but then you're it really bothers him.
This is affecting the child.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I will say as well, there's one project that they could convince me, and they announced they're going to make it R-rated, which is Andrew Garfield is back for one last Spider-Man.
Oh, I think you could still get away with PG-13 with that.
True, but I don't want them to.
You just want them to fuck people up.
Yeah, I want them to fully go mental.
So that is it for this week's movie news. It's now time to get into our weird news section of the show. Shaun, play the jingle. The best jingle of all time, Shaun.
Thanks,
it's just... You didn't make it.
I know. But I picked it. You can thank Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. The man just makes royalty-free jingles.
Shout out to Kevin. Kevin might need to be my co-host when you die.
Could be. Also shout out to Sam Yam and Jack Conti. You know who those men are, Connor?
No.
Fucking made Patreon.
Shout out to the boys.
It's a whole team behind this show.
The whole crew. Shaun, we're going to start off weird news this week. You need to...
Sorry.
You're nearly there. You're just a whole weird news, then you're done.
Right, okay. I got some time left in me. It's okay.
Everyone lock in for just half an hour. I just need half an hour out of you, and then we can go home early. Okay. Feral and not trained emus Thelma and Louise on the loose in South Carolina as state's monkey search continues.
Holy okay, so this is referencing the escaped research monkeys from a North Carolina lab.
2 weeks ago, 43 monkeys were escaped from a lab in South Carolina, and what made the news was the police chief was like, don't worry, there's almost nothing to be scared of.
Yeah. There's no way they could possibly organise into some kind of society.
I think his exact words were, you're in almost no danger.
Yeah. I think it was, the danger is near zero or something like that.
Yeah. Like they're still there, but I'm going to pretend like it's not. So not only do they now have
now they've got mounted combaters available to them now with the emus.
Well, that's my point. So by the way, this was sent in to us multiple times by several of our patrons and several listeners, because obviously they see emus released Thelma and Louise, also the monkeys are still loose.
Sorry. Emus are named Thelma and Louise.
Of course.
All of the monkeys are also ladies. It's just girls having fun.
Girls just want to have fun.
Good for them.
Good for the gals. Is it sexist for us to say, maybe we should lock them back up?
What? Conor. Conor does not reflect... Look, awards people, listen to us. Conor does not reflect the views of this podcast.
We believe equal rights. Right?
I believe more rights for women.
Good. Very good. Whatever gets us more awards. We'll go both ways, and then whichever one they like.
And we'll do in the edit. We'll swap it around.
Yeah, you swap it around. We'll figure it out. We'll get a vibe. So two more animals are on the loose in South Carolina as the state continues its search for the fugitive monkeys that already escaped. But this time, the two emus named Thelma and Louise escaped about a 3-hour drive north. So the Horry County Police Department wrote about the large missing birds on Wednesday, saying, "We're not emused."
I mean... Serious situation, folks. Can we just... A bit of decorum, if you don't mind.
I think we just get more annoyed when police departments tweet or put up Facebook posts.
Yeah. What are you fucking farming engagement for? You're meant to be there to serve people.
Are you worried about SEO or crimes?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out there and catch some emus.
Get fucked, all of you.
The department is aware of the reported emus and we made contact with the owner. We are working to aid the owner in the effort to locate and capture the animals. There is no risk to the community associated with the emus at this time. Now, how did they know that?
That's them saying there's never been an emu attack in North Carolina.
No, we have a
0%.
100% of the time emus have not attacked people in South Carolina, so you can't prove that they're completely safe.
South or North, sorry?
It's South Carolina.
South Carolina, sorry. Because I've been looking at the ecology of North Carolina to see what it's sustainable of emus and monkeys.
Yeah.
Let me try South Carolina.
When asked by CBS News, see if you can find a tweet of what The Rock thinks of it. When asked by CBS News on Friday morning, police said they did not have an update about the missing birds and that any additional information would be posted online. Sam Morris, the owner of the birds, told the news on Friday that the emus are named Thelma and Louise and they have yet to be captured. But they decided they wanted to hop the fence when we were trying to grab one of them to move her to another paddock. And well, she didn't like that, she said in the message. So she's living the wildlife. Well, both of them are. Right.
And is there any idea that Thelma and Louise have stolen a car and drove off a cliff? Is that an option for the emus?
That's it. Well, then it gets worse because the farmer had then told the community group on Tuesday saying that the birds got loose 3 months ago and they just never reported it until last week.
You have to report a missing emu. That's one of the birds people care about.
Rule 1 of emu owning is if they get loose, you got to report it.
Surely they're tagged or something, though, right?
This is the follow-up. So you're thinking, right, look, maybe it took so long because, like, they might be trained, they might be, like, calm. They're cool, calm and collected emus. They're not going to attack anyone. There's no danger. So it's kind of like, look, I'll try and find them myself. I don't want to bother people because you cause maybe some scared for no reason. The farmer then said they are feral and not trained like the ones we have at the house.
How is this man just allowed to have multiple emus?
We are trying to get a tranquilizer approved so we can bring them home.
And it's been months. So wait, they're leaving the emus roam free while they wait for approval for a tranquilizer to go out and hunt them.
Yeah.
Sounds...
No, because he only started trying to get the tranquilizer approval this week because he was trying to do it by himself.
And he'd been outwitted by the emus for weeks now.
Yeah, like, I think it's a situation where you have, like, I don't want to tell anyone. And then when you do tell them, they're like, well, do you have a tranquilizer? Oh, I don't. Okay, well, then we need to get you some sort of approval to use that.
Like, could you lure them in? What does an emu eat? Grain, I suppose.
Grain. They are large flightless creatures. They're the second largest living bird, Shaun.
We've hit the point where they need to fill a word count.
An average height of more than 5.5 feet. Females, like the ones that escaped in South Carolina, can weigh more than 130 pounds. The animals are not native to the United States, well, obviously, and only naturally reside in Australia.
So, where they won a war against the Australians, I will say.
That is true, yeah.
That did happen. Okay. So, Are you asking me how I would catch 2 emus and 42 monkeys?
I mean, I'm not asking you that. I think the reason I bring this to you, and the reason everyone kind of brought this to the show, is as usual, we want to know, Shaun, you wake up and you are in charge of catching these emus in South Carolina. You are the one man in charge. You can do whatever you want. What is your first step and how do you go about it?
You see, the emus have evaded capture for this long. So we're not just going to be able to catch them. And we don't know the terrain like they do. So I'm thinking, and this is... Look, they might not like it at first, but it's better in the long run. I think we team up with the chimps. Because they can hunt from above and shit. Because I've been looking at the forests of South Carolina, and my God, they're vast.
I actually forgot about the monkeys for a second.
Yeah, see, that's why you need me on the team.
I think what happened was Sam Morris turned up to the police station and was like, there's 2 emus on the loose. And they're like, lad, we have fucking problems of our own, to be honest.
Just like, and it's there's an elephant loose.
We're stretched thin as it is. There's 43 fucking monkeys on the loose.
Now, we're going to have to... The apes, by this point, have a rudimentary society set up.
I assume they have their own, maybe, tax system at this point, yeah.
Indeed, probably more efficient than ours.
Oh, boys!
That's why we're award-nominated, boys. There's a monkey Ronald Reagan.
Trickling down, lads, come on. You give me 100 bananas, I'll give you the bits.
So, okay, let's do... So, I'm a human, and you're the leader of the monkeys.
Okay.
What do you want in return for my help? I'm showing you a picture of an emu and indicating around the forest. Let's just... What do you want? What do monkeys need?
What do monkeys... bananas?
We'll get you bananas, don't worry about that.
I can't... How do you get in front of the monkey leader?
Have you seen Planet of the Apes 2?
No, I'm saying that, but how do you know, firstly, where they are? And secondly, how do you get to the, take me to your leader? We've been more successful at tracking the movements of the monkeys because they were released more recently. So I'll go near to where they were last seen. I'll have a backpack full of bananas, and I'll wear some kind of monkey pheromone. And then they'll come and investigate. Yeah.
And then I'll say, fellas, or ladies, let's all sit around.
Ladies, please. That's for me to go around.
And then I'll show them a crude drawing in the dirt of an emu, and they'll be like, we've seen them. They've been bastards to us.
Yeah.
And then I'll offer them a sharpened stick, perhaps. Now, this is tense, because this is how we lose humanity. But we need them to kill the emus for us. I mean, capture the emus for us.
There's only 2 emus.
And 42 monkeys. I like those odds.
Yeah. No, that seems... Yeah, but when they, for example, do catch the emus, by the way, you're going to die. The minute you go up to that group, and you're going to give them a sharpened object.
I'm going to offer them one if they help me. This is on delivery. They get that. I'll give them a lighter. You know, they can master the flame. I
don't think they understand the concept of give and take, though. They don't know what a deal is.
They must know bargaining.
How would they know that?
I'll communicate this to them.
How would you communicate it?
Through a series of hand motions and sketches in the dirt. Through a series of
hand motions, yeah. Do you know hand sign language? Do you know?
No.
Oh, okay.
But neither do they. So...
Okay, so when Shaun dies, what are we going to do the next step? Because obviously we'll send him in to die first, and then we're down to Shaun, and we've got 43 ravenous monkeys.
And now the monkeys have a rake of bananas, a sharpened stick, and a lighter.
and an idea of where we are.
Yeah, look, I'll go down as a hero, because I tried to get these emus back. Second most dangerous bird.
Look, here's... 43 monkeys has to be more dangerous than the 2 emus.
Probably. But that's why we get the monkeys on site. We're not asking... No, Connor, sorry. We're not asking the emus to hunt monkeys.
Why?
Because we can't find the emus. And also the monkeys are a better ally.
But there's more of them.
This is war.
Everyone else is super chill. And you're like, acting like it's Vietnam.
We need to remember as well, these are intelligent monkeys because they were doing the Alzheimer's research.
They're the only ones intelligent in the conversation with you. Yes, go on.
What? I didn't understand that. Could you explain?
No. By the way, Sam Morris's Facebook post drew significant attention from the community members, with one person suggesting that herding dogs could help. But Morris said one of the emus had been attacked by 3 wild dogs before, and that the bird managed to kill them all.
And you're saying it took down 3 dogs.
3 ravenous dogs.
And you think it can't take on a few monkeys? You're fucking mad.
No. I'm saying that it's going to be impossible to get the monkeys to be on our side with your terrible negotiating skills, mostly because they don't understand negotiating.
I'm not saying it will be a 10-minute conversation.
What are you saying? It'll be a fucking 4-week pyramid scheme kind of...
Give me a week and I'll train a monkey to hunt an emu.
Put that on his tombstone. Some community members said that they had even spotted the birds. I was pretty shocked, and so was the wife. One person commented, like, is that an emu next to the fire station? I turned around to take a picture and it was gone already. So the fugitive emus still on the loose. The 43 monkeys are also still on the loose after they failed to secure an enclosure gate. However, 32 of the primates had been recaptured. So they have 32 of them. That means there's only 11 left.
So their numbers are down. So now they're open to negotiations.
But I would maybe make the point that they are recaptured by, I don't know, humans. So they might be not trusting when you fucking idiot, show up and you're like, monkeys? Knife for the emus?
Those humans didn't respect them like I do. I respect women, Conor.
You know, I'm the most woman-loving man. You know, in Blade, when that police officer follows the vampires around because he wants them to turn them, that's you.
And I just want to be. I want to be like Nova. Like I just want to be adopted by the apes.
Yeah, you just want to be adopted, but they don't like you and they don't care about you.
They do like me. They're my best friends.
They wouldn't. Well, I suppose it's good to have some.
So many bananas and peanut butter for them. I know what you said, but I'm ignoring it.
I mean, it's just a situation, Shaun, where you have 11 now monkeys out there. They've got 34 of them, right? So, 9 monkeys left, which was 34 of them caught. So you've got 9 monkeys. 32 of them caught. I mixed it up. There is 11 left. You're 11. You're back up to 11.
Back up to 11.
And you have 2 emus.
And me, that's 12. That's 12 versus 1. 12 versus 2.
I mean, I think to me it's 11-1-2. That's the teams.
And then it's the great emu monkey collaboration.
Yeah, I think they kill you. Yeah, I think that both of them team up to kill you.
No, I feel no. I could endear myself to the monkeys. I
think that you would be first date.
No.
And then
they naturally like me.
And I think you would be such terrible PR for the human race that they would then decide to kill the rest of us just for the sake of what you did.
I know. I'd be great for the human race. I walk in there. I walk in arm with an orangutan I've befriended.
Arm in arm. You have to get married to one of their daughters.
I'm not. It's like Peaky Blinders.
You have to marry into the family to get some respect.
No, I won't have to do any of that because I'll offer them tools and knowledge. That's what
they do not give a shit. What knowledge, firstly, could you offer them? Secondly,
together strong.
You're definitely the first date. In all of these things, you're the first date.
No,
my problem is I'll have to go in with you because they'll be like, oh, he needs a minder. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do it, but I seem like the logical one to go with him.
We'd record it for the Patreon, of course.
Well, obviously. I'm not going to do it for free. Content, like, you know what I mean? But just the idea of you going in and be like, ladies, please. Firstly, you should smile more. Secondly...
Oh, no, you're off screen. No.
Secondly, I think you deserve maybe half the pay of me, a man.
What to say I give you 70% of this banana?
I then have a full one, and you have 70. That's a good deal.
It's a great deal. It's great.
Yeah.
It's worked for so long.
I don't think you should have rights. Just looking at one of them.
Just out and out, just say it.
I don't know how they're going to find these two emus, because they are already busy with all the monkeys. They're a very stretched thin, I think, in South Carolina currently.
I hope they catch all the monkeys together at least, and there's not just one left on her own.
But then she might join up with the emus.
Would they have her though?
I mean, you would take her in, I think.
I would. We'd be friends.
You have a weird vibe.
What?
Do you want to have sex with the monkeys? Just
No.
tell me.
I just don't want a monkey on their own. The emus have each other. They're Thelma and Louise.
Yeah. You're going to send a you up message to the monkey.
No, the monkey can't use a phone, you dick.
Yeah, obviously. He's negotiating. He's too busy making deals.
Look, you're married off to a gorilla, first of all.
First up, gorilla. You have him.
We have to secure alliances in the realm.
Yeah, you're going to take it.
South
It becomes
Carolina.
Game of Thrones, but just for monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's nothing there. It's fine.
No, there's not there. I think that this is your worst plan you've ever come up with.
What? Really?
Yeah. Definitely top 3.
Worse than make them think they did 9/11.
I think, if you can pull that off, because you'd have to tell them the history first. It's a lot of groundwork.
It's true. There's a lot of conflict to summarise there.
So in the 80s, America were giving arms to people. Going to get really in depth into the whole history of American weaponry and just
the arms conflict in general.
Just the arms conflict. Just start from the start. Maybe go back to the Irish independence. If you want.
Keep going back. So 1776, America was
1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. You probably know that. You're a monkey.
Now Columbus, dickhead. We can all acknowledge.
Even the Spanish had him, and he was one of them.
I'm telling all this to a monkey. She's listening intently. She picks it all up.
Intently. Just sitting there going, jeez, I wish I was at the fucking emus. At least they killed me.
Emus won a war.
Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and I have bug smuggler busted with over 300 tarantulas strapped to body.
It's too many. What if they open?
It's almost too many. A bug smuggler was busted trying to leave Peru with 320 tarantulas strapped to his body.
I mean, have they not used the headline Spider-Man at all here?
I mean, you'd have to, surely.
It's an amount of restraint that I respect.
The 28-year-old Korean traveller was stopped at a security checkpoint in Lima after his stomach was noticeably bulging, according to Peru's National Forestry and
wriggling
Wildlife.
around.
Has to. When officials lifted up his shirt, they found hundreds of the creepy crawlers, also including 110 centipedes and 9 bullet ants.
Were they in bags or just loosely
inside
duct-taped?
Ziploc bags and plastic containers tied to his abdomen with 2 belts?
Okay, what's the gain for illegally importing so many bugs?
For what reason would you need 320 Peruvian tarantulas?
I mean, we do a Christmas gift exchange every year, and I feel like that would be pretty memorable.
I didn't just get you 319. I went one step extra.
I went a little overboard this year.
So I did. The terrifying collection included 35 adult Bolivian blue-leg bird-eater tarantulas, which officials said were as big as a human hand.
Jesus!
As well as another 285 juvenile tarantulas.
Let me just have a picture. It looks exactly like you imagine.
Yeah, like fucked up.
Just a fucking massive... I mean, it looks cool, to be fair. I like spiders. I think they're neat.
Apparently they're also endangered animals, so he was stealing them from Peru.
He's got the last 300 of them.
He's got the last 300. All were extracted illegally and were part of the illegal wildlife trafficking that moves millions of dollars in the world. So Shaun, he's stealing it to sell them on. But I mean, 300 is a lot.
It's a lot. It's more than you need. What's the price of one of those tarantulas, do you think?
I think you have to go into the black market to find out what's the price of a tarantula.
Bolivian blue leg birdie or tarantula. Undergroundreptiles.com. Let's fucking go.
Oh, here we go. Shaun's going to jail.
$130 out of stock. I think I know why.
This one guy, he had to bring them home.
What other animals can you get on this website?
What do you want? I'll get you some. What do you want for Christmas?
Do you want, can I have an axolotl? Would that be alright?
I don't know what that is.
It's a little lizard water thing. It's class.
Yeah, alright, sure.
You can get an albino one, that's $200. Golden axolotl, 65 quid. A leucistic axolotl, $40.
I just think anyone who's buying animals is a bit of a fucking prick, to be honest.
Yeah, like you can't rescue an insect in most cases.
Leave it alone. Just leave it in the fucking forest.
It's happier out there.
Yeah,
fuck, you buy scorpions here.
Immediately backtracks.
You can buy they're tailless. How are they tailless? That can't be natural.
They took their tail, Shaun. They took the fucking tail off.
You can get a Deathstalker scorpion for $35. This seems wildly
we are
unsafe.
Laughing. Here we go. I'm going to get you 7.
Get a sand devil for 15 quid.
Yeah, that's a fucking deal. Black Friday. It's Black Friday deals.
What the fuck? This is insane. There's so many deadly creatures on this list.
Why, don't be buying any of them.
I'm not buying them. I'm just adding them to my cart to see.
Can I buy a bear? Is what I want to know.
They do have a section for mammals.
Great. Can I buy a bear?
Let me have a look.
Because this could come in handy if we're trying to catch emus.
I can get you a dwarf porcupine for 10 grand.
That's almost the opposite of a bear.
Okay, what do we do? A prairie dog, $125.
What's the most expensive animal on the website?
I think it might be that porcupine. That's the most expensive I've seen so far.
Was it 10 grand?
10 grand for a black-tailed, hairy dwarf porcupine. That's for 2 of them, though. So,
oh, sure, you're laughing. It's a deal.
Hang on now. If I go to all animals, show filters.
Oh, high to low.
High to low. This is what we're doing. Okay, and then filter that down. Ha 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 ha! The Aldabra tortoise.
Ah, perfect. Go on.
For the low price of 25 grand.
Oh, easy. Could everyone just head on over to the Patreon at this moment?
New goal. Because this is for 2 tortoises, so we could have one each, and then they could meet up every so often.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want us to be sad.
No. You don't want that, do you?
We're award nominees. We need that 25k. We're good for it.
I'm just getting word. No, they've rescinded the nomination.
You can't ask your people who's listened to fucking give you money for tortoises.
To illegally import some tortoises.
Apparently that's against the law. I didn't know that. Fuck, that's bollocks.
Look, it's news to me. I thought this was a free country.
Just outrageous. That's what they get you for crimes. There's real criminals out there.
Get the Rock on this. Be grand.
I think we should message the Rock and tell him to buy one of these. They get him go to jail.
You can buy an anteater for 8 grand.
Was it?
An anteater for 8 grand.
Ah, perfect. Let's not have an anteater on him. He actually had 9 he had bullet ants.
Bullet ants. What's a bullet ant? What's that like? That's a big ant, right?
Isn't that the one that bites you and then you're dead? Or
I think, does that do necrosis? Like it starts rotting you?
I'm pretty positive it kills you.
It has an extremely painful sting. It looks mean, I will say. Now, what's the price of a bullet ant?
This is a new low.
$430.
That's a deal.
And that's from antshq.co.uk.
Oh, fucking hell. I want 400 of them.
We can get a beginner species of ant between us if you want.
How much?
We get the yellow meadow ant for £6.
I mean, basically, they're giving us money at that stage.
That is a real, like, say you're in like an office Secret Santa and the limit is like 20 quid. It's getting 20 quid's worth of ants.
And what's someone going to do with that? Just like, you're fucked. Like, they're useless.
You can't just release them. You have to start looking after them.
And it's not enough ants to even have a farm.
No.
Tree.
It's worthless.
It's completely pointless. Shaun, we're going to finish off weird news this week. We are going to talk about an old classic of a drug dealing duo in England who were busted after forgetting a big bag of Special K on the train and then asking station staff for help tracking it down.
I mean, the desperation of like, we need... Because I'm going to guarantee that's not theirs.
I think they may have taken it from somebody else.
I think, they're going to lose some kneecaps.
So, the drug dealing duo in England were busted after leaving a hefty amount of ketamine in a bag on a train and then reported it missing to police staff members who were already in contact with police. So, Jordan McCourt Knight and Harley Hall reported the missing bag of drugs, which had a street value between 25k and 50k.
Fuck, that's 2 porcupines.
That's how we measure everything. That's 2 porcupines. Trying to buy a house, you're like, fucking hell, this is 19 porcupines.
Here, babe, that's a lot of porcupines. We can have
that's a lot of I don't have that porcupine money. Police searched for its owners and soon discovered that they were part of a major drug trafficking ring. Following a 4-year investigation after all of this, police arrested McCourt Knight last week and found drugs and drug paraphernalia, several cell phones and more than $2,000 in cash. They then discovered he and Hall were central figures of a major organised crime ring.
Right. Honestly, after a stressful day like that, little bit of ketamine probably wouldn't go astray. It's a level out a bit.
They're in this drug dealing business and they give you 50k worth of ketamine.
Yeah.
And you're on the train and you forget your bag. Now, the stress of that alone would be just outrageous, but then you have to also think of, they have to have a conversation where they're like, do we ask somebody, have they seen it?
But do you describe it as a bag of Special K?
Well, because somebody will then say, well, what's inside it?
Just some documents.
Because that's always the first question. Because they'll say, is it your bag? Yeah, that's my bag. Okay, what's in it?
I work for a theatre design company.
Oh.
And there's some prop paraphernalia inside the bag.
Hundreds of bags of ketamine.
It's a very dark play.
And actually, very sleepy.
Very sleepy. Would you have some?
McCourt Knight pleaded guilty to 2 counts of conspiracy to supply cocaine and MDMA and 5 counts of conspiracy to supply ketamine and cannabis, and he's been jailed for 6 years and 3 months. But Shaun, this is where I come in and you come in, because I have Lawler and Mead, we're Mead and the law.
It's true.
How do we get these people off?
They were there's no evidence.
By the way, if this is your first Lawler and Mead, I make Shaun the lawyer of any of our idiots and try and get him to get them off.
There's no evidence they were going to sell or supply that ketamine to anyone.
But it's also illegal to own it.
They were on the way to destroy it. Slowly, a gram at a time, that was going to whittle down.
Over a long period of time.
It's all for personal use, you know?
Your Honour, that bag was there when they arrived. They did not arrive with the bag.
The real crime here is someone thinks it's okay to put ketamine in someone else's bag.
I think that's really rude. I think that's actually highly rude. And so,
not a good move.
When they asked for help to find it, it wasn't for them. But they couldn't see a member of the public go without their bag.
It's true. What if it was for medical purposes?
They thought it was medical ketamine.
Pain treatment. Yeah, you know, the medical ketamine that's...
You know the old ketamine that's medical.
Oh no, I can't do my usual grand reveal in the third act. Hang on, give me a second.
You're saying all this to the judge?
I have to do a fucking outro after this, lads. What if both men were aspiring vets?
And they like sleepy horses.
Well, ketamine is a horse tranquilizer.
Exactly.
So it's in every vet's office in the country, and they have.
Would you make that horse go through that surgery awake, Your Honour? I don't think so.
You want to do open heart unmedicated
You're a
surgery?
sicko, Your Honour. You are a
Fuck
scumbag. Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News. We'll bring it to an end because you might be dying, but you can do the outro because it's funny.
Thanks, lads. Appreciate it. What a week. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. I'm picking up the mic. I can't lean over anymore. Thank you all for your continued support of the show. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. Everyone over there helps us, as we said at the start, to keep the lights on, keeps the show ad free, and just makes making the show a hell of a lot easier. So thank you to all of them. Special shout outs go to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, Saint Waffles, patron saint of the podcast, the ghost of Christmas past, present and future, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash, and it'll be grand, Jamieson, Dominic. Anna looks forward to the next Irish animal story, Hjelmroos. He's fucking laughing at me, by the way. This sucks. Danny McLaughlin.
I'm not even going to help.
Lordsmish. You have this list. You could read this. Lordsmish. No. Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine would like it to know what number Laika the space dog is. Russ is wondering just how much the clock's going back an hour. Has affected podcast release schedules, Parfitt.
I forgot to tell you, I actually have a little bit of tickle in my throat.
You can go fuck yourself. Jackson Brueheim will be attending Shaun's upcoming gum eating intervention. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsly subscribe to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Leahy, The Amazing World of Kezza, Mikey, Chair's #1 fan, fuck the heckler, Kyle Borowski, Rory, Pete might fuck around and re-expose himself to gamma radiation, Jack Markham, Barrel of Cheese, Johnny Ray, Hunter Harvard the Texas Iron Man, Donegal George, and special new Patreon, go fuck yourself, Connor.
Bit rude at the end there. I'm Conor Lawler, and he's Shaun Bean. I will see y'all next week, guys.